Call the meeting to order. We have a quorum. First time approval of the last minutes, please.
I read those minutes and I'll approve them.
Okay, Randy made the motion. Do I have a second, please?
I'll second.
Joe second. Roll call, please.
Harrison,
Yes.
Clement,
Yes.
Zachary,
Here.
Smith,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Woodson,
Yes.
Godfrey.
Yes. Okay, on miscellaneous discussion report, Andrea, you had something you want to say?
Yeah, so as you guys know, we had our state surveyors come in.
Michael, we have Andrea from the hospital going to provide a brief update as to some of the happenings at the hospital.
Sure, that'd be great.
So, we had our survey back in November, and we're just about complete with some of the items that we said we were going to complete for some of the tags we were written. The only things that are outstanding, we have one exit sign still left that needs to be wired by the electricians, and we have basically 4 outlets in our ER that are going to be placed to just get us compliant there. In the last heavy rains that we had, as you all know, the good part of our roof started to leak. So it's since been patched, but that's, just temporary. And we're just kind of waiting on the go-ahead from you all on when you want to, attack splitting that and pulling it down and, to make it a little more stable, basically, the roof more stable. We have been able to replace the ceiling tiles in the front lobbies being finished today. We have had some of the fire folks coming out, so we're compliant on all of our fire safety items right now, which is really exciting. And some of our electrical stuff, we're just about to be 100%, compliant on that. So that's just kind of some of the physical things that have been going on.
Okay, thank you, Andrea.
Yeah.
Any other discussion before we go to executive session? Okay, at this time, I'd ask the motion to go into executive session, please.
I'll make that motion.
Joe made the motion. Have a second, please.
I'll second.
Sandra second. Roll call.
Clement,
Yes.
Zachary,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Woodson,
Yes.
Harrison,
Yes.
Godfrey,
Yes. Okay, that was at 12:32.
okay, and Godfrey.
Yes. Okay. You want to update?
Is he still
What
on?
can you tell us?
Still on the phone?
Michael, you've got that?
I do.
Okay, you're approved.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. We'll move along and I'll keep you updated.
Well, Michael, we've invited our guests back to the room. Is there anything that we can share with them in terms of an update, in terms of process and when you?
I think I can tell them that we've been continuing to talk about the lease and other issues related to it. We don't know for sure when it would close, but it's looking like they're trying to get a date here, definitely in March. That would be what everybody would like. And that they have been talking with Cohesive about how to transition at least, or maybe more, relationship. You want me to say all that? I'm happy to.
As much as you, I think the more that we can share, the better for everybody.
Okay, you want me to do that? I'm happy to do what.
Go ahead, Michael.
Okay, is everybody back?
Yes, everybody's here.
They have already heard me.
They've heard part of it anyway, but you might clarify it a little.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. This is James with me on the phone. Okay, well, let me just do a kind of a general update. We're still in the process of negotiating the lease. There's a few issues that we're going to address, and the board has authorized me to do that, and I think we're to a spot where we ought to be able to put the balance of this together fairly quickly. Looks positive. The other thing is the Cohesive. Some of you may know that Provita has talked with them about at least transitioning and maybe a little more involvement for a little while at least. I don't know where that stands exactly. I just know that the discussions were open, and I'm going to try and visit with Cohesive this afternoon, or evening, if nothing else, and on Monday, one or the other, and see what I can find out, and then update the board. wanting, all are interested in closing as soon as possible. And then it probably looks like the earliest would be in a couple of weeks. But the hope is definitely by the end of the month. And a lot of that may have to do with transition issues and finalization of paperwork here. There's the bankruptcy court has, I think they filed stuff to try and do it in the middle of the month. But, don't know for sure if that is. You all know those things are subject to change if things are not all buttoned up. So we'll do everything on our end to get that way. And if I think I covered it. Bobby, is that pretty well covered everything? I hope it does.
Yeah, I guess just for it's even a bit confusing to me. The hammer is falling on the sale. The trustee says, "Boy, Vada, you're the successful bidder." So if we were to, as individuals, to buy a home, when that happened, we'd have to provide our documents, and we'd have a day or two probably to schedule and complete a closing. This process has taken longer, and I think that's why our public is concerned. Because we've all heard that the trustee approved the sale, and now we're getting the feedback, well, we're just waiting on its closing date, and I think that's what most of us are struggling with, is why is it taking so long to get I'm seeing a lot of shaking heads. So I think that's what we're all struggling with.
Well, this is, I don't think the answer is going to be something everybody likes, nor me, really, but here it is. This is unusual. I mean, the only viable buyer is Moabita. If something slows this down, they're going to be more accommodating because there's not an alternative.
Mm-hmm.
Easy alternative. Okay? I mean, that's just laying it out. But that's not happening here. They're moving forward. And as far as closing goes, I think it's a function of a couple of things. And this is the first one's a guess, and that is, doing the things they need to do to have the funding occur. And then second is making sure that they're ready for the transition. And that's a biggie. And then finally is the court availability and process for approving the actual closing. The trustee approved, and the court has approved the sale, and that is basically, yep, the bidding was appropriate, yes, the process is appropriate, this is the winner. And that's what's happened so far. The last part of it is an actual, like you're selling your house, closing. And I think one of the issues is the lease. But there's also a couple of other things sitting out there that we're not involved in, which is why I explained some of the delay. I don't know what it is. It's just on a transaction like this. I remember there was one thing that we haven't talked about in a while that might be a reason for this, and that is CMS and their release of the prior debt. The possible recoupment claims. That was going on in the middle of all this, and that was something that I know every one of the bidders on every one of the properties was trying to get nailed down before they close. And that may be part of it here. I just don't know. But I'm going to do my best to find that out now. So,
Okay.
But I think right now we're moving along. I think the fact that they're asking these questions that we're going to be addressing is all very good. And the fact that they've reached out to Cohesive and talked about transition is all. Everything's still going forward. It's not the same as selling our house. It's a little different animal. Best I can do.
Okay. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Michael.
Appreciate it, thanks.
All right. Thank you. Take care.
Bye.
Any other discussion? Motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Randy made the motion. Second, please. Joe, second. Roll call, please.
Harrison,
Yes.
Clement,
Yes.
Zachary,
Yes.
Smith, Martin,
Yes.
Godfrey.
Yes, at 1:30.